So hello everybody, and hello. Thank you for your performance. It was a wonderful closure to the evening, and also very different quality what we saw in movement material, also in your energies. For me, it was a very feminine duet. But you have also had the courage to experiment a lot in your piece. And as you said in your interview previously to the performance, that Öböl Bay, also the title of the performance, is a safe place to experiment. How did you work in this process, and how did you construct a piece from your research and experimentation?
So we met years ago, like three years ago we met at the improvisation festival, and we took the same workshop and accidentally happened to be together. And the first exercise I remember was to observe the other one, so being seen and watching the other person. And when I was looking into her eyes, I felt something really deep and touching. That was the first moment, and then we did a little duet, like 10 minutes long. It was based on improvisation, dancing, and Júlia had the idea to slash each other. We kept this scene in the end, and then we started to work for quite a long, I think. We had many ideas, and I think the most challenging was to find a sort of dramaturgy, to put these scenes together, because she has different ideas and qualities and me have different, and to find a link and find the whole piece as a complete piece was challenging, but we did it, as you see.
I also would like to invite you, if you have questions to the dancers and the choreographers, to please signal, and then I will pass on the mic. So if you have seen the piece, do you have any impressions that you would like to share?
I missed something. Thank you very much for the performance. I enjoyed it very much. When the introduction there, you said something about the title being significant. I missed what was said about the title, if it's significant, and does it mean anything?
Well, it means you just mentioned that what I mentioned in the interview, that Bay is a protected or a safe place where we together could research and dive into something intimate. That was the starting point, and this transferred to many kind of things.
So a bay for you is an enclosed area.
A closed area, yeah.
A beach and sunshine and plenty.
Yes. But also what I liked about this, that bay actually is a sort of a border between the water and the earth or the soil, and these two elements when meet, something should happen, and this somehow symbolizes she and me, like two things. If I want to be really philosophical, this is what I think, like deep inside, intersection of two different things.
Sorry?
Yes.
The beginning is very unison for a long period. at what the piece has a lot of improvisation, because it's not apparent what proportion is improvised and how much is set in rough terms.
She's more. I mean, we have a very serious structure, but usually the movements are improvisation based. So 70%, I think so.
I'm surprised. One last question: the violence scene, hitting each other. Do you have limits you set for yourself? So have you experimented with really pain, or is it? How do you set the level? Because it could go.
Yes, we have set a level. If I can admit, I think this. If you are agree to say this, I think during the performance it was under, because the first performance we had in April, the premiere, it was too much, like really over. And then we find the balance, like the normal. And before the show we practiced, I think it was okay. And the show, I think, went a bit underneath, because we experienced if it goes too much, it's really not the thing what we wanna show, and people felt really bad in the audience when it goes too much. So we're trying to find the level which is the good, what we want, but sometimes it's the good, sometimes, maybe we should practice. I don't know if we should practice more. It's not a comfortable thing to practice, but we should. We do, and sometimes it goes too much, sometimes it goes under. Yeah, we practiced actually that we have agreement this part, because it happened once to go here, and it's really dangerous for the ear and also to the jaw. So now the role is to put here and not here. Yeah.
Thank you.
The performance had really beautiful lights. It was very like a sunrise or lying down, and I'd like to ask that the light design was created in a symbiosis with the performance, or you kind of finished the performance and after you said that okay, now just set up the light design.
Actually, it was the light was made after the premiere. So when we had the premiere, we had no time and no financial situation to invite a light designer. And this time, that's why it was really good, this festival. Finally, we could invite Ferenc, and he made a special, and I'm really happy to hear that you liked it, a new light for the show. And yeah, we felt also much better to have but the creation was without the light design, and after we put as a next layer on it. And he did very well. He felt really like, I don't know, like breathing together with the piece, I think.
Unfortunately, Júlia, who composed the music for your piece, couldn't make it tonight, but we can still talk a little about the music. For example, we have Adam here, who is also composing music for dance pieces. Could you tell us feedback about your impressions of the music sound?
Actually, I've seen the piece in April, the premiere, and I'm trying to think back. As I remember, I don't know what changed now, but as I remember, it was the music was also very episodic as the piece itself, and I especially liked there were some atmospheric parts, and I liked especially at the beginning that the movements when you're kind of contact built up kind of in a slow and really calm way. And I liked it especially that the music was also, so it was the same as the music built up with small gestures, pieces, and it was, I really liked the beginning of the whole thing because of this, your like repetitive movements and with this kind of, if I can remember well, there was something very atmospheric, ambient music building up to it. So yeah, congrats on that. It wasn't a question.
Maybe you have some feedback or question? Did you see the face? No, just arrived. And you? Would you like to add something? Maybe the
Just one short question. I was thinking about whether you had worked with an outside eye or a dramaturg or somebody else.
Yes, I mean, basically we work with the camera, but it's different. I mean, it's just like an eye to watch ourselves back. And then we invited Vada Zsófia Tamara and Csaba Molnár. They watched it a couple of times, and Tamara also before the show came, and we had long discussions, and then we changed things, and she watched it, and then some feedback again. And also Yuri, the music composer, he helped me in the dramaturgy, and we had discussions like in terms of music and dance, how we should to do the dramaturgy. But it's difficult, and we got this feedback that it's risky to be inside and not to have a director from outside. So we try to cope with this situation, what we choose.
Okay, thank you for the short discussion. The first piece is going to start in a few minutes, but if you have feedback to the artists, you can find them around, and later on in the evening you can also share your thoughts with them. Thank you very much, and thank you for this wonderful performance that you presented us, and with beautiful synergies and great qualities, and we hope to see your work more in the future, so good luck and see you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Köszönjük szépen.